Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to deliver your November 2016 general readings. I am using the Gilded Tarot deck, drawing the usual 8 cards for the month, 2 cards for each week, with an additional ninth card from the bottom of the deck as your crowning card, representing overall energy and advice for the reading. These are general readings, as you're probably all tired of hearing us say, but we have to say that because there's so many of you watching, and it's not going to resonate the same for everyone. And for some of you, if this is your primary sun sign, it may not resonate for you at all. So make sure to check your rising and your moon sign as well. You may find that they play out a little more predictively for you than your sun sign. And by watching all three, you may find that you get pieces representing different areas of your life from all three, so that watching all three of them together gives you a pretty whole and clear picture of the time frame ahead that the readings cover. So, a special note of gratitude always to those of you who continue to watch and listen and follow so faithfully and so loyally. I appreciate so much your support and your feedback. Keep the comments coming. You guys are brilliant. I read each and every one and love doing so. Thank you so very much for that. And for those of you who are new, welcome to the channel, and thank you so much for watching and subscribing should you choose to do so. Also, a thank you to those of you who continue to reach out for personal one-on-one readings, which I love to do. It is an honor and a pleasure always to read for you, and I'm grateful for the trust that you place in me to interpret and intuit the cards for you. And a thank you to my regular clients for allowing me to be part of the chapters of your life as they unfold, even in a small way. And thank you for the regular updates you send on how the readings continue to play out in your lives. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading, you can click on the little about sign on my YouTube channel's homepage, which will give you a little more information and my email address. You can email me directly at maggie_mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to do a reading for you or with you. I do readings full-time 6 days a week, so I'm able to get back with you quite quickly and schedule a reading within a fairly timely fashion. Current turnaround time is anywhere from a couple of days to upwards of 2 weeks, but almost always within 2 weeks we can set up a reading for you. So if you're interested, send me an email and we'll go from there. So moving right along, this reading is for Taurus for November 2016. The Earth sign of Taurus, November 2016. Show me the energies for the Earth sign of Taurus, Taurus the Bull, for November 2016. What do they need to know to navigate the month of November? Taurus, November 2016. Taurus, what does the month of November have in store for Taurus? Okay, Taurus, we begin with the Four of Cups, followed by the Eight of Cups, the Two of Wands, followed by the Star, the Moon, followed by the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Cups, followed by the Knight of Cups. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and advice is Temperance. Lots of cup cards, lots of cards from the suit that represent our emotions and feelings, and it feels very much, looks and feels very much like a mostly internal month for you, Taurus. Maybe making decisions on where to go from here on out, and possibly an offer coming in at the end of the month, or you making an offer. There's some kind of new emotional beginnings or the opportunities for that at the end of the month. So let's start with your crowning card, Taurus. We have Temperance, major arcana cards, so significant, profound, divine energies coming in to help and guide and lead us and advise us as well. The Temperance card represents, well, temperance, just that, balance, holding opposite extremes in perfect unison and harmony. It represents kind of being in the middle of, my analogy for it is being in the middle of a seesaw or teeter-totter. When we're at our center, we're kind of emotionally grounded. We can't lose our balance no matter what's going on the outer side, because when we're at one end or the other, when we haven't found that center, that focus of stability. We're kind of at the mercy of events, people, external situations, etc., and we're more prone to lose our balance. So it looks like over the month of November, Taurus, it feels like the advice for you is to remain kind of focused, balanced, try not to get engaged in any conflict. And I'm not really seeing any cards that imply conflict. It's more internal, maybe feeling a sense of restlessness or boredom, even for some of you. But it's about remaining kind of balanced and centered while you walk through this month and kind of consider where you want to go next. Overall energy. So we find ourselves at the beginning of November 2016, roughly, with the Four of Cups, followed by the Eight of Cups. So the Four of Cups, Cups is a suit that's governed by the element of water, and it's a suit that rules that watery, kind of fluid, mercurial world of feelings, emotions, relationships, love, all different kinds of love and all different kinds of relationships. Um, it's a suit that's about kind of our emotional landscape and how we relate to people in the relationships that we have, both personal relationships and more external kind of relationships. The Four of Cups is a card sometimes of feeling like you're in a place where you feel kind of bored, you feel restless, you're no longer kind of turned on or enthusiastic or emotionally connected to perhaps your environment, relationship or relationships you might be in, your job. The general energy is kind of being at a place where again, it just doesn't feel like there's that passion, that enthusiasm or interest in the things in your life. For some of you, this may be related specifically to a particular relationship, or being at a place where you want to make a new move, you want to have some new changes in your life, but you're not exactly sure how to achieve that. You're no longer connected to what you have in your life, or perhaps even in an opportunity that's in front of you. For some of you, this could be just your life energy in general. For some of you, it's going to be perhaps related to a specific relationship. It could be a job or career path, or even a path of spirituality as well. It feels like at the beginning of November, you're just kind of in one of those moods. Um, but I'm feeling kind of a bit of a restless sense. Perhaps it's more about finding life purpose or changing direction and trying to figure out what path that is for you, what it is that you really seek in terms of your own joy and fulfillment. What are you meant to be doing? That Four of Cups is accompanied by the Eight of Cups. Again, more energy of emotions and feelings and relationships. The Eight of Cups is a card of walking away, of turning your back on that which you find ultimately disappointing, disillusioning, no longer working for you or serving you, and making the decision to leave, to turn your back and walk away. There are 8 cups on the ground behind this man. Some of them are upright, some of them are tipped over. The implication is that he has at least tasted, if not drunk, from most of these cups and perhaps all of these cups. And while he may have found them interesting at the time, at the end of the day, after kind of partaking of at least most of them, it really wasn't what he wanted. He didn't find his joy or fulfillment or purpose in what these cups contain. So he's made his mind up very decisively to turn his back and find a new direction to walk in and seek out. I feel for you, Taurus, exactly where your joy and fulfillment lies, whether it's just your life path in general, work and career, or for a lot of you, I think emotionally, spiritually as well too. Perhaps in a particular relationship. Where do I go from here? He is dressed for travel. He has his hat on, his cloak on, he has his walking staff. He's already turned his back on these cups or what these cups represent. He's just trying to decide which direction to go in, kind of surveying the landscape. That's the energy we find ourselves with at the beginning of November 2016. Now, next to that, we have the Two of Wands, followed by the Star. Beautiful card. So the Two of Wands. Wands is a suit that's governed by the element of fire. It's a very dynamic suit, very action oriented. It is all about action, change, movement, momentum, power. It's all about creating, manifesting, and building. And the Two of Wands is the energy of being at a crossroads, very much kind of like what we're starting the month off with. Being at a crossroads, he needs to make a decision on which path he's going to go. Where do I go next? What am I meant to be doing? What path do I choose? And the key to the Two of Wands, Taurus, is this card is more about long-term thinking and long-term planning. Again, where do I want to be a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? The key to choosing the path for him is to decide what he really wants down the road, what's an ultimate goal, and choosing the path that provides the most opportunity and growth and propels him towards that goal. It's again, it's a two, which is a number of duality and crossroads and choice as well, but it's still at the very beginning of it. And the implication too is that he's been fairly successful so far, and now he's reached this crossroads and he has to make a decision. Where do you go from here? And again, long-term thinking, long-term planning, Taurus. What's your ultimate goal? Where do you want to find yourself a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? And making the decisions and choosing the path and actions on that path which orient you towards that goal. And in order to do that, there's a lot of cards here that have this strong implication and energy of going within, quite deep within, to figure out exactly what that is for you: joy, fulfillment, life purpose. That Two of Wands is paired with the Star card. Now, the Star card is another major arcana card. It's a beautiful card, but it has a very intuitive, kind of divine timing and orchestration energy about it too. It's a card of hope and faith, of connecting with that sense of that divine connection, which provides us with that sense of intuitive knowing, not really about what you think you should have in life or you need, or necessarily what you feel, because our emotions are mercurial and not all that reliable. But deeper than that, it's that gut instinct, that intuitive sense of knowing, that connection to the divine. Um, where do I need to be going from here? What's my life purpose? Where am I going to find my deepest level of joy and fulfillment in life? Paired with that Two of Wands, it's a very strong piece of advice on how to actually walk through this decision making process, this crossroads that you find yourself at. Where do I go next? For some of you, and I'm feeling kind of an even split. For some of you, I feel like it's just your general life, your life path in general, maybe feeling like you want to take something, your life in general, in a different direction, but not knowing exactly how to be focused and intentional about that. And for some of you, it's going to be more specific, maybe a particular relationship in your life or job and career as well. It's about kind of going within and touching base and asking whatever your connection to source or spirituality is, asking, God, your spirit, angels, guides, or someone that you view as a kind of a mentor in that arena, to kind of help you touch base with what your intuition tells you. Where do I want to go in my future? What exactly do I want out of life? What exactly do I want out of job and career and in my relationships? Where am I meant to be going? Going within and touching base with that. A strong sense of spirituality here as well. And the next combination of cards, again, it's about deep going deep within, a deep sense of spiritual connection, and looking at what your actual feelings are about whatever this is specifically, because it's going to split off into a variety of directions, because there's so many of you watching. Again, job and career for some, relationships, specific relationships for others, spirituality I'm getting for a small portion of you. um, what's going to make me happiest? Joy and fulfillment. Next, we have the Moon, another major arcana card, with the Queen of Cups. So the moon, the moon can be a card that's somewhat cloudy and fuzzy. It can represent, again, feeling like you don't have enough information. You don't know which path to choose. You don't feel like you have enough information to make perhaps the right or clear decision for what direction you want to go in. There's a very deep spiritual, intuitive energy to the moon as well. Again, it's another card that points to going kind of deep within, connecting with that intuitive sense of knowing, which for some of you is going to be really just about connecting with whatever your source of spirituality is, your spiritual energy, and asking for help and guidance in making the path a little clearer for you. For some of you, it's going to be more definitive. Some of you, this long term, that Two of Wands energy of which path do I choose? Well, the one that takes you to where your ultimate end goal is. It's about finding, deciding where your joy and fulfillment lies, either in general for life path or in whatever this plays out specifically for you to be, Taurus. And and orienting yourself on that path. Again, it feels like the cards are kind of repeating themselves in terms of go within, go within, go within, touch base with that. The moon card is paired with the Queen of Cups as well. This is a card, for some of you, this could represent an actual individual in your life. For those of you for whom this resonates as more of a specific relationship reading, this could represent the person that you're in a relationship with or connected with somehow, in which case it would likely be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. The energy of the Queen of Cups is also very spiritual, very intuitive. Her energy is very similar to the High Priestess. This is all about being loving, nurturing, spiritual, intuitive. The advice attached to the energy of the Queen of Cups is to take a step back, kind of get quiet again, go within that same message, and ask how you actually feel about whatever this is specifically for you, Taurus, depending on who's watching. How do I actually feel about this? Setting your thoughts aside for a short period of time and seeing how you actually feel. Led in this direction, led in this direction, or led in this direction. How do I really feel? What are my feelings and emotions telling me? And then go deeper than that. What does my intuition tell me where I'm really supposed to go? Because most of the time, when we take the time to do that, to kind of withdraw and retreat and go within, and particularly if you're asking for help, whether from, God, your spirit guides, angels, or a spiritual mentor of some kind, usually we hear something or we get that sense, that intuitive sense of knowing and connection. Okay, this is the path that I'm meant to be on, or we hear something and it connects with us. It's also the energy of paying attention to any insights you get. Pay attention to your dreams over this month, Taurus. Messages, I think, will be coming in a more subtle kind of way, and you're being asked to be open and kind of intuitive about receiving those. And again, remaining balanced throughout the month as well. No spontaneous or impulsive decisions this month, which I don't think you're prone to making anyway, because you're an earth sign. You're ruled by the element of earth, which is inherently a pretty stable, connected, solid sense of continuity kind of energy. But sometimes going very deep within and connecting in an emotional and spiritual level can be challenging for you, particularly if it contradicts what maybe your common sense or logic or the opinions of other people might tell you. But this is a month, it feels like a very nice but kind of quiet month, more internal, trying to decide where you're going to go from here. And again, look ahead, think long term, plan ahead where you really want to be a year from now, or 5 years from now, or 10 years from now. And it's all about orienting yourself on that path, whether it's job and career, within a specific relationship, in spirituality, or just life in general. Because it feels like at the beginning of the month, Taurus, you're not quite connected to what's going on in your life, or you kind of lost your zest and enthusiasm for it as well. Or perhaps you don't feel like you're on the path that you really meant to be on. And it's all about kind of figuring out what that path is, and seeking out perhaps some help and guidance from a mentor or a spiritual mentor, asking help from your guides, whatever that means for you. But really going very deep within, maybe being a little more solitary this month to kind of touch base with what that is, because it feels like you want a new beginning, a new pathway, something new to open up for you in a specific area or in life in general. Because at or towards the end of November 2016, we have a beautiful combination of cards, two cups. Again, we have the Ace of Cups paired with the Knight of Cups. So the Ace of Cups represents new beginnings. This can represent new love for some of you, for whom this resonates as a new, as a love and romance sort of reading. For some of you, you may have met somebody recently or will be meeting somebody this month that you connect with, that you feel instantly attracted with, and it is potential, the potential for a new relationship, or somebody that you've recently met that you're in a brand new relationship with, and it feels very good. For others of you, this is new emotional beginnings in other arenas of your life. Aces represent the potential. They're the number one. They're the seeds, the promise of what might be, something which looks and feels, because this is cups, it's an emotional suit. It feels very beautiful, almost as a divine gift, so to speak. And it has the potential to manifest and grow into something quite lovely, but it's in its beginning stages. So aces represent seeds. And as I'm fond of saying, seeds aren't going to grow and manifest into anything unless we plant them and nurture them and take care of them as they grow so that they can develop into their full fruition. And this is emotional, this can be again love and romance, but emotional fulfillment, emotional joy. What path can I put myself on that's going to orient me towards that so that I can plant these seeds and begin to grow and manifest them? That Ace of Cups is paired with the Knight of Cups. Knights are the deliverers of the tarot. They are the means by which something is brought to you or that you bring to somebody else. So typically, and this knight is the Knight of Cups. So what he's bringing, what he's delivering is emotional in nature. This could be an offer, an opportunity for love. Some of you may be. Bearing your heart. This could be you making an offer of love or commitment to somebody else. This could be somebody else maybe offering you love, making you an offer of love, or telling you what they feel, telling you that they're, very attracted to you, very drawn to you. Again, it could be somebody that you've recently met and have been dating, who's bringing this message to you or this opportunity or offering to you. And it could be you putting that out as well. Right next to the Queen of Cups for some of you, if this is a relationship more specifically focused on one relationship, again, the Knight of Cups next to the Queen of Cups could represent a water sign individual, male or female, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising. But it either coming in or you're presenting it out. And it's about beginning something new, which is very emotionally fulfilling. And it has the potential to really grow and continue to manifest. And Taurus, it feels like for the majority of you this month, again, nothing particularly momentous going on, more of a quiet internal month. And again, trying to figure out where your joy and happiness and fulfillment lies. Uh, whether it's just your life path in general, perhaps you don't feel like you're on the right path. For some of you, it's in a relationship, and either you're trying to figure out you're no longer content with where the relationship is and you want to see if you can develop it further, or perhaps you're in a relationship that you feel is no longer serving you, it's no longer healthy for either one of you, and you want to go on a different path that's going to open you up in a different way and perhaps to somebody else. I don't feel any concrete decisions being made. In fact, the advice is more to just go within and kind of sort things out in a balanced sort of way. Yes, check your thoughts and ideas, check what your feelings are, go deeper within and see what that intuitive sense of knowing is. Perhaps seek out guidance and advice from a spiritual mentor or close friend this month as well. And it feels like at the end of November 2016, Taurus, like a lot of the signs, it feels like at the end of the month is when more action is going to be taken or a decision is going to be made. And it feels like it's going to progress more. Be a little more action oriented and intentional in the month of December. November feels more like trying to figure it out, particularly in terms of the path that you feel you need to be on that you're not on. And again, keep this in mind that the 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 key, in addition to being balanced, the key is to look out. When you think about joy and fulfillment, what path you want to be on, it's more than just the present path. It's where do you want to be? What are your goals long term? And kind of choosing the path at the end of the month or at the beginning of December that's actually going to move you towards that goal. And again, overall temperance, balance, peace, harmony, keeping that emotional center, not getting involved in any conflict, not making any impulsive or spontaneous decisions. And again, I think your already lovely grounded earth energy that's so inherent to your sign is going to serve you well this month for this. Just a very gentle, peaceful kind of internal month, and just watch that you stay balanced and keep an eye on the future for what you want, Taurus. Pretty nice, gentle reading, actually. So, Taurus, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I hope you at least find it useful in terms of getting a little bit of wisdom and advice and clarity and navigating through November. If this hasn't resonated with you, make sure to check your rising and your moon sign as well for more pieces to your the picture of your life. And thank you so very much for watching. And again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading, you can click on the little about sign on my channel's homepage, and you can email me directly at Maggie, the number one, McGuire@gmail.com. I would be very happy to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the November 2016 mid-month readings. And until then, as always, Taurus, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.